What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. Got a slightly different one for you today. The guys at buytcgcards have very kindly sent me these two starter decks to open, and today we will be opening the Guardian of the Namekians starter deck for you first. These aren't out in the UK at the moment, but I do believe that they have some of these in stock at the moment, so if you want to check them out, I will leave a link to the site in the description below. So yeah, this is the deck. The box has got the card list on the back, and yeah, I'm just going to crack this open. I've already cut the tape off the side so I don't have to mess around with that. So you have your manual here, play manual with the rules, and I think it also describes the new bond mechanic as well, which is in this, but I'll go through that in the video. And this is the mat with all the zones in it. Yep, that's the mat. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, let's get right into the cards. So first up we have the leader. This is Piccolo Jr. And on this side, when this card attacks, draw a leader card, draw one card, and untap 2 when you awaken it. Piccolo Jr. Evil Reborn. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card and activate main once per turn. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and KO it, and this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. It does cost 1 green, but 1 green for a removal of 5 or less is pretty strong with the pump as well. So for the holo, we have King Piccolo, Lord of Terror, double strike, and it has a bond 3 Namekian. So basically for bond, you need to have that amount of cards on the field for the effect to activate. So for bond 3, you need to have 3 Namekians on board, and then the permanent for this card activates, and it effectively becomes a 3-drop because it reduces the cost in hand by 2. And when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and KO it. So more removal here with the King Piccolo. Then we have 2 Indomitable Link Sun Gohan. When you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. So again, more removal here. Looking pretty good so far. 2 Indomitable Link Piccolo. When you play this card, choose one Sun Gohan Adolescent with an energy cost of 3 or less from your deck and add it to your hand. So you can add the Gohan with the Piccolo. So you play this, you add this, and you get your destruction effects. Next up, this is the non-foil version of the King Piccolo that we saw. Here is a comparison of the two. Trying to get the lighting right. Here you go. Then we have 4 Namekian Bond Saunel. So he has a bond 3 Namekian, and when you play this card, draw 1 card, then you may choose up to 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand, self-awakening there. If you choose to add 1 or more from your hand, then choose one opponent's battle card and KO it. So for a 3-drop, and pretty good effect, but it is a bond 3 Namekian. But I'm sure there are ways to build up your board in this deck. Then you get 4 Newfound Power Sun Gohan. Great card, and you get 4 of these, so that's pretty good. This is Kaba, but critical. So yeah, everyone knows what Kaba does, double strike, but you get crit and 10k. on the Gohan. Very, very good card. And we also get 4 Power Barrier Piccolo, 15 with Barrier Namekian as well, so this goes towards your bond. You have 4 Gift of Power Guru. Activate main once per turn, choose one of your battle cards. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So you can play this and you can pump your other battle cards, kind of like M3, but it's instead of decreasing, you give power, and yeah, it's a battle card as well. So activate main once per turn. Probably don't want to attack with this. Again, Namekian, and you can use the bond effects and get 4 of these Kind-Hearted Namekian Dende. When you play this card, look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck and choose one Namekian and add it into your hand. So this is your searcher. This is probably a bit better than Guru if you want to play this deck. You get to +1 from this, and it's a 1-drop, it's a Namekian as well, so that goes towards your bond. Next up we have 4 Namekian Duo Soundnell super combo, and this one is, yeah, if your leader card is green and your life is at 5 or less, draw 1 card and gains 10k combo power. So it's not 4 or less, it's 5 or less, but you need a green Namekian leader. But good that they give you 4 super combos in this deck, so you don't need to buy any packs and hope you pull your super combos. Next up we have Namekian Duo Purina. You get 4 copies of this as well. Activate main, once per turn, choose one Namekian from your hand and place it under this card. Draw 1 card and this card gains 10k and critical. Pretty good for a 2-drop. But you do need to use a card from your hand. It is once per turn though, so you can get 20k crit every turn, but you do neg 1 yourself. We have 2 Dark Vassal Tambourine, 15k crit, not a Namekian. And we get 2 Dark Vassal Symbol, this is a blocker. 4 Dark Vassal Drum, this is just a 10k vanilla. And you get 4 Planet Namek. So this is a field card. When you place this once per turn, activate main, costs 1 green, choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck and choose up to 1 Namekian with an energy cost of 2 or less from among them and put it into play. So you do get to play a 2 cost for 1 cost, but you do need to drop a card from your hand in order to activate this. But I guess you do get some sort of swarming ability in order to get the requirements for your bond plays. And finally you get 4 Sacrifice. This is the negate. Counter attack, negate the attack. And also as a permanent, if your leader card is a Namekian, when you activate this card's counter, you may choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. If you do so, you may activate this card's counter without paying its energy cost. So this is a free negate, and it helps you awaken as well. So yeah, you can either pay for this if you don't want to take life, or if you need to awaken and you have a green Namekian leader, then yeah, this is a great card. So yeah, those were the cards in the deck. I'm just gonna highlight some of the cards with bond and talk quickly about them for you. So the cards included in this deck that have the new bond effect are these two. It's the King Piccolo, Lord of Terror, and the Namekian Bond Saunel. So again, yeah, Bond 3 Namekian. So for example, for Saunel, when you have 2 Namekians on board, so turn 1 you can play Dende, for example, and get your +1 from the search. And then turn 2 you can either play the Namekian Duo, this is the crit one, or you can play Power Barrier Piccolo. Let's say you play Piccolo because it has barrier. You don't attack with it, you just leave it on board for turn 2. And then in your turn 3 you can play your Saunel. Now you have Bond 3 activate because you have 2 Namekians on board plus this third one. So in your turn 3 you get to draw 1 card, great, and you can also choose up to 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand. So that means you can self-awaken in turn 3 whether you are ideally whether you are on 6 life or on 5 life, and if you did do that you can care one of your opponent's battle cards and there's no energy condition to that. Of course, when you awaken with this leader, you untap 2. This side. You untap 2, so you have 2 more energy to play with that turn, and so you can also KO one of your opponent's battle cards with 5 or less energy and gain 5k power as well. So pretty strong, not bad. I mean, it's not amazing, but with the format as it is right now, if you're not playing Flute, you're not really going to stand much of a chance. But still, quite a good deck. I do think Bond is a really good design, and the Bond effects are quite strong. And I think that, yeah, if this was included at the beginning of the game, it would be really good, because it would, you know, give you more of an archetype to build towards rather than a lot of splashable cards. It might be a bit slow now, might be a bit too restrictive because of what else is in the game, but still I think as far as card design goes, Bond is good. There are some Bond cards which do not have the Namekian condition here. This is Bond 2 and it's just 2 battle cards. This is Nail the Namekian Ace. This is a card in set 4, and yeah, this is a Namekian as well, so this would go towards, you know, this would fit in the deck quite nicely. This is just any 2 battle cards. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, and this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So in terms of whether this deck is good, I think the leader is, you know, the leader is pretty good. Not great, but I think, you know, it has a good, and it has a sort of more unique effect. Of course, you get 2 Lord of Terrors, one of them is hollow. The other starter exclusive cards would be the Saunel, which you get 4 of, and also the 2 Piccolos and the 2 Gohans that you get as well. So those are all the starter exclusive cards. Apart from that, you do get some other good cards. You get your 4 super combos, so that, you know, you can play this deck straight out of the box if you want to, but you'll probably need a few additions. But yeah, 4 super combos always handy. You don't have to buy packs and try searching for those. You've got 4 sacrifice, which is again a great negate, self-awakening, 3 negate, and also you have 4 of the Gohan. Now, I don't know if you're gonna really want to play this card in a Namekian deck, but this is a good card. This is a good card, and I think a lot of people will be playing this card if they are playing green, and maybe you see some people switching over to green instead of red, because although Cabba double strike is good, very good in the late game, this is very good in the early game, especially if your leader struggles to self-awaken. You can swing with this, get crit, and Self-Awaken without the fear of your opponent drawing 2 cards like you do have with Cabba. So yeah, that was the deck. If you do want one of these, as I said, buytcgcards has them in stock at the moment. The link is below, and also just check them out anyway, because they're sealed products and for their singles. Nice guys, and you know what, they're cheap. Let's get down to the chase. You want to buy cards for as cheap as possible. They are cheap, and there, yeah, look out for their singles, because their singles are probably the cheapest out there in the UK right now. But they do go very quickly, so if you want to like them on Facebook, I'll link that below as well. Then you can know when they get new stock in, and you can swoop in and grab all the stuff that you want. But yeah, check them out. Again, thanks to the guys. Thank you, John, for getting me starter decks. I didn't get you on, but yeah, John got me starter decks. Thank you for that. Do check them out, and next time we will be opening the Crimson Saiyan deck, which I have here, so stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.